It was bigger, bolder, and busier at the grand finale of TechGig's Code Gladiators 2015.
More or less, you've outshined or outshone 85,000 people to reach this finale. So I think all of you deserve a big round of applause.
The last battle saw some of the finest techies of the industry pitch their coding skills against one another.
As you know, layperson today uses everything in technology, made from WhatsApp and Facebook. He likes a photo. What happens internally? What happens behind? What does this like? What does this like actually happens? That is nothing but coding.
Well, coding is basically solving problems, and it's a logical set of statements, and it has a syntax that you usually get accustomed to. It's not very difficult.
How good can you talk to your computer? How efficiently can you communicate your thoughts to a computer? That is exactly what coding is.
A techie is really as good as the code that he writes. So there is, it's not how good his profile is or how well he talks. It's all about the code he writes, and that's what actually gets even a techie more excited and more driven. And we thought to use our coding platform to actually discover the best techie. People are being discovered within their companies, they're competing with their peers, they're competing with people across India.
The second edition of India's biggest coding contest saw 80,000 participants register to win the coveted title. And after fighting their way through the preliminary rounds, only 125 survived, flaunting their weapons of choice.
My mother tongue is Java, but I can speak in C# also.
I speak Kannada, English, Hindi, C++ and Java.
I speak English, Marathi, Hindi, Ruby, Java and Android.
The final round saw participants flex their coding muscles for 6 long hours to solve 2 problems. With their eyes set on the various cash prizes, contestants commenced their battle.
See, the world is changing, and we believe that the next new generation is going to be created by programmers, coders, right? And they're the most unrecognized people in the IT industry. The most visible faces in the IT industry are the project managers, the program managers, the outsourcing managers, and the VPs. But these are the people who actually create the future.
The purpose of Wipro coming behind is create that innovation, give a platform to the young talent, and show that really is that Wipro as an organization really supports the coding skills. Our industry needs that, and really to motivate the young talent to come forward and participate.
One such young talent came from Mumbai. The second edition of this competition was Ravi Teja's second attempt to showcase his coding skills. 25-year-old Ravi Teja has his father Mr. Rao, a retired teacher, to thank for pushing him to study computers.
He was good at numerical ability. As he growing up, after reaching 9th and 10th standard, his logical ability has been increased. So, I put him in diploma, engineering branch, that 2 computers. Coding, his personal liking was there. He is not interested in finance and other things, but he is interested in coding.
After his diploma, Ravi soon turned into an avid coder, spending most of his time challenging himself.
Coding
for me is all about algorithms. I mean, you can see 90% of the people, Googling stuff and, doing their work. So for me, it is all about algorithms, and even if I get ready-made algorithms, I don't use it. I prefer writing my own.
Ravi's road to the finals till now has been a little exhausting for him, but he is determined to win.
It has been tough. The initial level, there were 3 problems and which were really tough. I remember it took me 2 days to solve all the three problems. So the competition going ahead in semi-finals, it was much more tough because they have given only 12 hours to solve 2 problems. So in the next level, there are only 6 hours which we get to solve 2 problems. So it's going to be much more tough. So I have to prepare a lot.
I want to tell my son, think properly, coolly, and solve the problem, and try your best to be on the top.
Now one amongst the final 125, Ravi is coding at a feverish pace to make his father proud. Along with the participants, the contest gave an opportunity to tech companies to discover new talent that they could add to their arsenal, as it provides a level playing field to all.
So earlier we used to have technology life probably 8 years, went to probably 4 years. Today the life of technology is only 2 years. And if we really don't upgrade those technical skills of industry, we'll be just out of business. And that's where you see these kind of events really motivate the technical skill of the people and come forward, participate and show their talent.
The biggest thing about the Code Gladiator, I believe, is the transparency that is just brought out into the whole process itself. I mean, 80,000 people, then reducing them to 1,000 people, and then getting around 120 odd people for this show here is a very good thing. So I think the whole process has been very, very transparent.
Hoping to make a mark is one such finalist, Apurv Gupta. It's an early start for Apurv every day. For the past 3 years, he has been working with a tech giant in Noida as a coder. But this self-taught coder had a different dream when he was studying in Mainpuri, his hometown.
Initial interest was developed from the gaming and the algorithms that used to design and draw things on virtual things on the computer. And then later on I realized that the world is moving towards automation, more towards automation, like more luxurious life where people can just sit and put a command to on and off a light, things like these. So I just want to contribute to that part.
Apurv, a first-time participant, is determined to leave no stone unturned in his quest for victory.
I was pretty confident that I will get to the finale. My first plan would be to solve the problem. Doesn't think about how to optimize it or something. First attempt would be to solve it. Anyhow, I mean, whichever algorithm I can use, I will solve it. Then I'll see if I can optimize it or not.
Back at the finale, it seems Apurv's strategy worked for him. But was it good enough?
Actually, I did both of problems in the first hour itself. So there was no nervousness. But yeah, when I was trying to optimize, then I don't know. Let's see what are the results.
It was a finale like no other. The nervous energy in the room was palpable, with the finalists trying to work out their solutions and optimize them as well.
I think the real challenge that all these brilliant techies find in this is how to crack the logic of writing the code. So the problem may be a business problem or a problem which you see every day, but how do you convert it into a logic flow, and then that logic flow, how do you convert it into a code that is able to act most effectively and solve the problem. So a lot of it is not purely how you write code, it's more like how you use language. So whether I can talk in English or Hindi, but it's actually how your mind is applying to solving a complex problem by breaking it into small logical problems.
On the other side of the break, winners take it all in India's biggest coding contest.